Hey there, Honda fans and busy families. Welcome back to Honda Scope, where we help you keep your wheels turning without draining your wallet. Today, we're diving into the king of family haulers, the Honda Odyssey. If you're eyeing a used minivan, the Odyssey is probably at the top of your list for its legendary Honda reliability and practicality. But here's the catch. Not every Odyssey year is a home run. As a mechanic who spent countless hours under these minivans, I'm going to give you the ultimate guide to Honda Odyssey reliability. Which minivan years are trouble and which are golden. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll know exactly which years are your best bet for a worry-free ride, and which ones might just leave you stranded with a hefty repair bill. Why this matters. The mechanic's angle. You can read all the online reviews you want, but nothing beats the boots-on-the-ground, wrench-in-hand experience. I'm talking about seeing these minivans come through the shop with common recurring issues, the ones that owners complain about, and the ones that cost serious money to fix. We're going beyond surface-level stats to uncover the real mechanical truths: transmission woes, tricky VCM systems, power steering problems, and the overall longevity of different generations. My goal is to equip you with the knowledge to pick an Odyssey that won't just fit your family, but will also be kind to your budget and your sanity. Golden years, best Odyssey generations, and why. Let's kick things off with the stars of the show. The Honda Odyssey years that consistently impress me with their bulletproof reliability and minimal headaches. These are the ones I'd confidently recommend to my own family or friends. First up, the late models of the second generation. 2002 to 2004. These Odysseys, while showing their age, are incredibly durable if well maintained. They feature the robust 3.5-liter J35A V6 engine. The big thing to watch out for in earlier second-generation models, 1999 to 2001, was transmission failure. However, by 2002 to 2004, Honda had largely addressed these issues with revised transmissions. If you can find one that's been cared for with regular fluid changes, you're looking at a true workhorse. They're basic, but they get the job done reliably. Next, a strong contender is the third generation, 2005 to 2010, especially the 2007 to 2010 models. This generation offered a significant leap in refinement and features. The J35 V6 engine continued to be a strong performer, while some 2005 to 2006 models still had residual, though less frequent, transmission issues. By 2007, these were largely ironed out. The 2007 to 2010 models are known for their strong engines, improved automatic transmissions, though diligent fluid changes are still key, and comfortable ride. They're a fantastic balance of modern features without many of the complex problems that would plague later generations. Keep an eye out for a well-maintained example from these years, and you'll have a very happy family hauler. And finally, for a more modern option, the later models of the fourth generation, 2014 to 2017. While earlier fourth gens had some specific issues, by 2014, many of the kinks, particularly with the variable cylinder management (VCM) system, were better understood or mitigated. You get a sleek design, improved handling, and many modern conveniences without the early VCM headaches that were more prevalent in 2008 to 2013 Honda V6 engines. The 6-speed automatic transmission also proved to be more reliable than previous 5-speed units in this specific context. A 2014 to 2017 Odyssey offers a great blend of contemporary features and solid mechanicals. The trouble years. Worst Odyssey generations and what to watch for. Now, let's talk about the years that, from a mechanic's perspective, I'd approach with extreme caution, or even advise avoiding altogether. These are the generations with common, often expensive problems that can quickly turn your family's dream minivan into a recurring nightmare. The most notorious ones are the third-generation models from 2005 to 2006. While I mentioned the later third gens were good, these early models are infamous for premature transmission failure. The 5-speed automatic in these years just wasn't robust enough for the minivan's weight and family hauling duties. It's a costly repair, often requiring a full rebuild or replacement, which can easily run into thousands of dollars. You might also find issues with power sliding doors and air conditioning. Next, we have the 4th generation models from 2008 to 2013. This is where the infamous variable cylinder management, or VCM system, truly starts to cause widespread problems. While designed to save fuel by deactivating cylinders, it often leads to excessive oil consumption, fouled spark plugs, misfires, and ultimately, premature wear on the piston rings and cylinder walls. I've seen many of these engines requiring expensive repairs, sometimes even engine replacement. Other common issues include failing power steering pumps and rack and pinion leaks, and motor mount failures. If you're looking at an Odyssey from these years, the VCM system is a major red flag. And finally, we need to talk about the 5th generation, 2018 to present, specifically the 2018 to 2019 models. When this generation launched, it introduced Honda's new 10-speed automatic transmission. While technologically advanced, the initial iterations were plagued with shuddering, harsh shifts, and premature failure. Honda did issue software updates, but it was a problematic rollout. Additionally, these years saw issues with the infotainment system, battery drain, and recurring problems with the power sliding doors. While the engine remained solid, the transmission and electrical glitches were significant enough to warrant caution. Your checklist: smart buying tips for any used Odyssey. So, regardless of the year, how do you protect your family and your wallet when buying a used Odyssey? Here's my mechanic's essential checklist. Mandatory pre-purchase inspection, PPI. This is non-negotiable. Invest $100 to $200 at an independent mechanic you trust to put the minivan on a lift. They'll spot things you'd never see, especially those hidden transmission leaks or suspension issues. Service records are gold. Always ask for detailed maintenance history. A well-maintained car is usually a reliable one. Look for evidence of regular oil changes, especially if it has VCM, transmission fluid services, and timely repairs. Check for recalls. Use the VIN to check for any outstanding recalls related to the transmission, VCM, or other systems. Test drive thoroughly. Don't just go around the block. Drive at various speeds, especially highway speeds. Brake firmly. Listen for unusual noises, especially transmission clunks or engine ticks. And test all electrical components: AC, heater, power sliding doors, infotainment, sunroof, and all buttons. Fluid checks. Look at the color and level of all fluids: engine oil, transmission fluid, coolant, power steering fluid. Any murky, burnt-smelling, or low fluids are huge red flags. Power sliding doors. Operate them several times. They are a common failure point and expensive to repair. Ensure they open and close smoothly without hesitation. There you have it, folks. My mechanic's breakdown of the best and worst years for the Honda Odyssey. I hope this detailed guide helps your family make the smartest possible decision when buying a used minivan. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps me reach more Honda owners just like you. And if you want to keep your Honda running strong for decades, avoid those frustrating and unnecessary mechanic bills, and get honest, expert DIY tips and buying advice. Make sure you subscribe to Honda Scope and ring that notification bell. You'll gain the knowledge to save money, tackle repairs yourself, and keep your Honda reliable. What's your experience with the Honda Odyssey? Do you have a golden year that served you well, or a trouble year that caused headaches? Share your stories in the comments below. I love hearing from our community. Until next time, keep those minivans hauling and those Hondas happy.